Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen. We talking practice.
Hey, this is Matthew Harvey with the 12 o'clock siren, recording live at the 903 Broadband Studios at Cowboy Corner on the southeast side of the downtown Leonard Square. On my left hand is James Overcoat Hartley.
Hey, Juicy Sommelier, if you're familiar with Dave Chappelle, is brought up on some new charges related to his false attack. I just got that breaking news.
Hot new news.
Juicy Sommelier.
Juicy.
He's very French. On my left is Jason. He's cold.
Sommelier.
Fuller. Sommelier.
Jason Smolier.
How you doing, Jason?
Juicy.
I'm doing well, other than this dreadful, depressing weather.
It is dreadful and depressing.
Want it to go.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. When we walked into that earlier episode, I didn't know how that was going to go.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
I
enjoyed
actually
that
had
episode.
no idea what I was walking into.
I learned a lot. They gave me some things to think about.
Yep.
I think ultimately that was a really good episode.
And they left their whiskey, I just realized.
Thank goodness.
Oh, man, Guy.
What a
Taylor,
shot.
where you at on that one?
Yeah, I
They
know
just
a guy
left
that
a
left some whiskey here.
Beautiful bottle of TX whiskey. All right.
I like TX.
Well,
I'd like
here's
some
part
more of it.
here's
Thank
a
you very
third
much
of a
to
bottle.
Guy Charles and Taylor Manning for coming out here and,
Yeah.
and chatting with us. And he also shot a little I Too Know a Guy episode with me
On
in,
you?
in the next door.
When are we going to
room.
interview you?
We can do it right now, I suppose.
Nah, let's save it.
All right.
You'll be a guest for a later date.
Okay. He was asking when Dad would be on. Guy was asking when
He
my
didn't
dad.
care about us.
No.
Nah.
Everybody's like, when's Greg Harvey going to be on?
Yeah.
When he retires.
What
When he
about
can-
Mama
when he
Harvey?
can talk.
We need to give her more of a show
She could be on soon. She's
than
retired.
we did for the Halloween on the Square.
She was on for a little bit
was.
of the Halloween.
A little out of her comfort zone, and rightly so, because it was 6 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It was.
It's even colder if you're in a Amazon Three Amigos costume.
My favorite part of that episode when she was giving the what would make the cashier uncomfortable
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
answers.
yeah.
She chose the racy
She went
answer
hardcore on that one.
We, hey, Guy and Taylor, we are enjoying your TX whiskey
Yeah.
as of right now.
Cheers,
Yeah.
fellas.
path. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to 2020.
That was pretty delicious. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Should
Ooh.
we call TX? And it has a weird it hits you after you take the
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh man, that's good. And then you get the
Yeah.
you know.
It does have
Well, I had a
like
couple.
like a bite.
I had a couple drams of the regular TX,
Yeah.
and it's very caramely and very kind of fruity.
There you go. See, we like whiskey. Dave Ramsey would not approve.
That was a much more smoke in
A lot
there.
of smoke. Yeah. You're not a Scotch guy either, are you, Matthew?
I'm not a Scotch guy. No.
I'm not either. I can't do a lot of heavy smoke, like Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Man.
I like the smell, like the PD smell. I like the smell, but I can't handle the drink.
Yeah.
The
You like
taste.
Scotch, Jason?
Yeah. I don't know enough about it, really.
Can take it or leave it. kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try a lot of it, but I don't know. I can't do too spicy. I like spicy things, but some whiskey I find real spicy.
Sure.
And it,
sure.
You know, it burns too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Too much
a
to
little
enjoy.
too aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm not big on that either. to be
That I
honest.
can't do.
I like rye whiskey because it's spicy. What they I guess what they say up front. It
Okay.
hits you in your tongue, and there's a lot of spice, but there's not a lot of.
Well, that's
burn.
something to taste. I don't
Yeah.
want something that sticks with me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why they say good rye whiskeys taste like carrot cake because it's spicy up front, but then it's very sweet and smooth on
Man.
the back.
I
So
love carrot cake.
I do too.
I like a lot.
I do too. I haven't found the whiskey that
Where's
really
the best
tastes.
carrot cake you've ever had?
My grandmother's.
Nobody in my family ever made it, but there's a restaurant out in Pottsboro, Texas, Patsy's,
Okay.
and she has one just about all the time. In a freezer, you can go and pick what kind of pie you want, and that's where I kind of discovered my love for carrot cake.
Should that be a 12 o'clock siren
We can
remote?
go there. We can go there.
Yeah, I
What do you
like
think,
pies.
Matthew?
They do a daytime buffet where you get chicken fried steak and stuff.
On my right is Matthew texting Hartley.
Hey, hey,
Hartley.
don't text in podcast, guys.
Yeah.
That's all right. I
Get
was
off your
doing it
phone.
during
Hey, hey!
What's on the
Do y'all
left
know
of
that part in the Wayne's World? You know
Yeah,
Wayne's
yeah.
World too. When
Yeah, handsome Dan.
Handsome Dan, he's
Yeah.
like, I can say anything now, and you would agree with
Yeah.
me. He's like, hey, what, huh?
Oh, wait, watch it.
What's to the left of that button that you just hit?
To the left of that is the intro.
Oh, okay. What's underneath it?
Applause.
Which intro? We have two intros for those who
the
haven't.
rap intro.
The Allen Iverson intro.
Yes.
the
Yes.
Allen Iverson. I like
Practice.
You guys didn't know that Allen Iverson was on our podcast every week. We talk
Yeah.
about practice.
Yeah, he was.
That's the soundbite from him.
Yeah, that's Allen Iverson.
that. I didn't realize that.
I
No.
Practice?
didn't. It took me a few shows to catch it, but
You're
We're
like,
talking
"Oh,
about practice.
my favorite
I
basketball
don't even
player.
know why it's in there. That's just like
I like
what I
it.
told Brett.
I'll take it.
I like me some
He
AI.
made it.
So-
DJB. Thank you very much, DJB.
Underneath it is the what did you say?
Underneath that is applause.
What's to the left of applause?
Well, we got intro. We got applause.
Oh,
we got the
okay.
siren.
Okay.
We got this is like the two I go between to make those awesome intros.
Yep.
Or those awesome five
Five questions?
question songs.
Okay.
Then we got Dallas.
Okay.
We got.
Oh, do that one. I want to hear it. Let's do it.
We don't
Did you
use that
record
often.
something? It's gonna say like Matthew's an idiot.
Yes.
We don't use the
Yeah.
very
And then we got
often.
the old gunshot
Hey, hey, hey.
up top
like
on the
it.
right.
Yeah.
I like it. One of our earlier guests, Coy Clements, affectionately known as Professor, because he's our local jiu-jitsu black belt. He is thinking about starting a podcast, and he called me. We talked about it, and the other guy had already bought a mixing board, and I said, send it back, get the Rodecaster Pro. Like that's what you need.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah, heard that.
Well, I say it's so easy. Matthew knows how to run it. I don't.
Yeah, I would be lost over there.
Like if you had to sit in the engineer section.
I think I could figure out the volumes, but the other stuff, I don't know, man. The
I don't know what-
sliders I could do.
I don't know what I'm doing either.
Doing pretty good though, Matthew.
I think it's going all right.
We went to the chamber lunch today, and the 12 o'clock siren got bought up twice
It
in
did.
positive things.
It did,
And,
Jason.
I'm gonna make one of these days.
should.
It'll just have to be a day when I'm not at work.
Yeah. Well, it's always a Tuesday, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the second Tuesday of the month, I believe.
Typically try to miss work on Mondays or Fridays.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
What you should do is wait till it falls on a 4-day weekend and then take off on a Tuesday so you get
Yeah.
a 5-day.
there we go.
You know,
That's thinking right
That
there.
is thinking.
I'm good at
It's using
sandbagging.
the old
Making,
bean.
making your money work for you.
Yeah, they would approve.
I
Our
think
previous
so.
guests would
I
approve.
think so.
Yeah. So what have we talked about? We talked about a lot of financial advice, right?
Yeah, well, we talked about going to Weatherford to do a foodie episode, and I think there's something there.
Can we go ahead and say this on the recap because only 3 people listen, so I don't think it's gonna,
Are the recaps
Go
not
ahead and
hot-
say it.
not hot?
No, they are.
I
But
think they are.
yeah, I'm joking.
Are they as hot as the interviews?
About the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys keep
Would you
up
say it
with
about
the
the
data.
same?
The recaps typically are under the
A
interviews.
little under.
But yeah, it depends. Some of them are right on,
Yeah.
Every once in a while, there might be one recap that does
Better.
particularly well for some reason. I'm not quite sure why.
It's funny. Word of mouth.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, so I'm gonna drop this little tidbit on the recap here. We're gonna lean into our YouTube channel a little bit. We're gonna go to Weatherford, do a podcast with a couple of different people, maybe. Hopefully, this is still being scheduled and worked out. But a steakhouse over in Weatherford, and also War Bonnet Hats, custom hat maker that I'm gonna get a hat made out of. And I can't decide which one though.
I'll help you.
I'm stuck between 3.
Let me help you.
All right. There's a brown, like a light brown color, a gray color, and I know the style. I'm going with a cattleman style because it's the only style that fits
Sure.
me. And then kind of a light gray. So light gray, light brown, or black.
Always like a rawhide look.
I like the
Okay.
pecan color.
Oh, pecan's amazing, and I would lean towards pecan, but I feel like black is also you can just kind of wear it with anything, and also pecan. But
Yeah, I want like the bull rider shape.
Yep.
With I want like
little
a
square up
wide,
front.
like a Indian style, like the bead
Yep.
hat band. That's
Yep.
kind of what I'm wanting.
do you follow War Bonnet on Insta?
War bonnet? No, I do not.
Should. It's good.
I have delved into the Instagram, like the cowboy hat makers.
Oh yeah.
What's the one in Fort Worth that's such a big deal?
Well, they're not in Fort Worth, but Standard, right?
Yeah, well, I
They're-
follow
yeah.
Standard. They're in Waco, correct?
Waco, yeah.
And Standard does a lot for like country
Texas
artists
bunch-
and
Texas
Texas country artists, and but there's one in Fort Worth also, and I forget
There
the name.
is.
It's
We
a big
talked-
one.
We talked about Standard with Whiskey Myers, didn't
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they
Those
got.
guys.
I think
both
Jamie
of
was
them.
having one
we?
made.
They just got some done.
Yeah.
Well, I think Tony had a Standard,
Oh, okay.
and Jamie was getting one.
Tony
done.
had a sweet flat brim, a white one.
Dude.
Man, that was sweet. Looked cool. Looked
Yeah.
cool on Tony too.
There's Warbonnet does a custom hat making class you can take
Oh,
where
for
they
real?
let you make your own hat.
Wow. Maybe that's what we should do.
That's a great idea, Jason.
Mine would look
He's
like
full of
Willie's.
them.
I mean,
hat.
you set me up,
Yeah,
and then I
didn't-
spiked it home.
I didn't know I was.
You
Yeah.
see me, Matthew? I rose above the net and spiked that baby home.
1,000%. That's what
Yeah.
Jason bats around here. He's
Yeah.
our Chroma Chris.
Thanks, guys.
That's a Tony Hinchcliffe reference.
Tony
Chroma
Hinchcliffe.
Chris only bats 1,000. He just hits out of the park.
Is it a Tony Hinchcliffe or a Kill Tony reference?
Kill Tony. What was that joke? You laid a joke down earlier, man. Got me going.
The Russian figure skater.
yes.
What was it? Minushka or something?
yeah.
Parsing the minutia.
Minutia.
Versing the minutia.
All I could think of was like Olympic figure skating.
Oh man, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was
Thank you.
well. It was
Thank you.
perfectly timed and just a good punch, like outside of the box thinking.
I appreciate that. That's right up there with my was the sandwich. What was the one that sounded like sandwich meat?
Oh, Arby's. No.
No,
What was it?
I forget.
Oh,
Your
man.
wife would remember that. She thought it was funny, James.
Yeah, I'll ask her.
I can't remember.
Oh,
Something
man.
that sounded like pastrami or something to me.
Yeah, that was funny. I don't remember what we said, but
Those
I
just a
remember
few of my
laughing.
greatest hits.
Yeah.
If you guys are keeping score.
Hey, you know when we had Blake Nation on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, because I'm an idiot, but I didn't realize that Old Red,
Mm-hmm.
like his bar and all that, I didn't realize that was a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Old
yeah, it's a
Red.
great song
That's
too.
probably his
It's
biggest
actually
song,
my
right?
favorite song
About
of
the
his.
dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Blue-
just heard it the other
Blue
day.
Tick
Uh-huh.
Hound or something like that.
Yeah. Well, he's a Old Red.
Redbone, yeah.
And he
Red hair, Blue Tick Hound.
he married, if you will, a blue tick. And anyway,
Red hair,
Gwen
blue ticks
Stefani's
all
a
in
blue
the
tick.
South.
yeah,
Love got her in, love got her out.
that's it. But anyway, I heard it the other day, and I finally put two and two together. And at first, I felt like an idiot. Second, it's actually a pretty good song.
Oh, it's a very
Yeah,
good
it's not a
song.
bad
I
one.
like it.
It's
Yeah.
good old
If
storytelling
all
country
of his
song.
stuff
Yeah.
was like that, I would really like Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
I know,
But
I
it's
know.
not.
It's
This
not.
is Austin.
I don't. To be fair, I don't hate that one. It's
'cause
everything
it too.
else he's done besides those two that I despise.
if I ever get a chance, like if he ever sits on this
Is he
podcast,
on your fight on sight list?
No, not at all.
I hear he's a
Actually-
great dude.
I actually would like to be friends with him.
I hear
he's awesome.
wonderful guy.
But if I ever get a chance to sit down here and banter with him on the podcast, I want to say, listen, man, you messed up my vibe at Cowboys Red River Teen Night because I was down there to do some dirty dancing because we're teens, and all of a sudden there's a Blake Shelton concert we have to sit through.
Oh,
And
no.
we all sit through for an hour, and we're listening to like decent music. Not gonna lie,
He
but
killed your vibe, though.
That's not what we were there for.
Yeah,
You know,
he killed
that's
your
not what
vibe.
we went to Cowboys Red River
Yeah.
Teen Night for.
I don't
What
see
song
nothing
were you there for?
wrong
Anything that had an urban beat.
Some genuine.
with a
Yes.
little
My-
bump and
my
grind.
Yeah, Keith
I don't
Sweat,
see
There you go.
nothing wrong.
Some Casey and JoJo songs. or
Casey and JoJo, Keith Sweat.
something? Dude, Keith Sweat's bad A.
Yeah, dude.
I'll be
Ashley
the
and
first to admit I still rock Keith Sweat songs.
Ashley and I almost went and saw him last year in Tyler, Texas,
Oh wow.
and then we thought better of it.
I thought it'd be funny one time to.
Oh, I probably have looked up the venue you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
It's
thought
not
it'd be
your
funny
scene,
one
brother.
time.
It is not your scene.
Somewhere in my notes on my phone, I have a note that says "Make a Keith Sweat music video," and I thought it'd be funny for me to do like this kind of intimate, Keith Sweat song, but act it out, as if the part, and then it'd look really out of place.
I think it would be funnier if you did a Keith Sweat 5 questions.
Oh wow. There you go.
Which I'm really
Let's
glad
just email
that
him and see if he'll answer 5
he
questions.
might not have much going on these days. I'm
I
really
don't
glad I
know.
didn't say R. Kelly. Thank God.
No, Keith Sweat is a fine, upstanding citizen. R. Kelly is.
What was one of his bigger songs?
Nobody.
Keith Sweat. Nobody.
Twisted.
Yeah.
Twisted. That's the
Yeah.
song. Girl, you got me twisted.
That's a great song, dude. I'll still rock that in the Jeep on the way home.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
no, I used to drive from McKinney to Denison when I worked at K10, and I remember one time that
Got me
song came.
twisted.
One time, Twisted came on, and I might have gotten into it a little too hard.
It's a good song.
It
Dude.
is.
It takes you back too, doesn't it?
takes you back
Takes
a little
you
bit.
right
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Let me hear that, James. Put it up to the microphone.
Oh, there it is. No.
That's
Yeah.
good
Tell me that
stuff,
and
dude.
take you right
That's
back
good
to
stuff.
That's gonna take
high
us off
school
YouTube.
dances.
Yeah, that's
No,
good
it was-
stuff.
it was- oh man, got Spotify. Sorry. It was less than 7 seconds.
There is that the magic number?
It is on radio. I don't know about YouTube. That's a Wild West.
Interesting. I
It
was
takes
just,
it takes longer than that to trace it.
I was
back
just
to
saying
us.
something professional
Yeah.
podcasters say.
Yeah.
Shout out to Keith Sweat, man. If you're listening,
I wonder if
That's
he ever
yours.
thought he'd be brought up so much on a Leonard, Texas podcast.
I don't know. If
Yeah.
you take this podcast back to 1999, he would be brought up a
He
lot.
was, he was probably blaring in a couple of these little
Yeah.
towns or houses in this town.
Well, considering I almost bought tickets to see him in Tyler.
Apparently, he's blaring in your house.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
What were the other songs? Twisted and
Nobody. That's
Nobody.
the two.
Those are the two.
Nobody.
He was also in LSG, Levert, Sweat, and Gill, I believe. And then they had some hits.
okay.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Keith Sweat talk, man. Roman numerals.
John
Keith Sweat.
Okino
You never
was
know
a
what
big
you're gonna get into.
LSG fan.
What about Montel Jordan?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he had the one.
6'8".
Oh
homie.
yeah.
He is tall.
Had his
Ever
album.
since he was a lowercase G.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is a big G.
One thing I always think about Montel Jordan was he was the opening act for Chappelle on The Nutty Professor.
There's something else interesting about him.
Remember
and I
that?
forget what it is. There's another.
That he got his in a big black truck.
No,
No.
he's
Not in a 6
maybe he's kin to someone else that's famous or something.
He also on that album had a Coolio cameo, and it was not advertised.
You know, my first CD was Coolio.
really?
Yeah.
Fantastic Voyage.
First CD?
Yeah, my very first CD, I believe, was Coolio.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not even
What's
ashamed
a
of that.
What's a CD you're embarrassed to admit you have?
Coolio? No. I don't know, man. I bought Jamiroquai.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, but he had the
Jamiroquai's
one
awesome.
song with the video that
He's
was
got
cool.
a lot more songs.
Yeah, but they're not good.
That's true.
He had that one.
Can I tell you?
Du-dun. You know, the piano stuff.
I got an embarrassing one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Skilo.
All right, I had that.
Yeah.
I had Prodigy.
That's okay. That's okay.
I had Prodigy. I know I had some that were just straight garbage.
Here we go.
What? Outcast?
No.
Oh.
No, you'll recognize it. Give me 4 seconds.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I might have got a little too amped to this song as like a junior high
Yeah.
kid.
It's a good one.
It really was.
It's still a good one.
Yeah.
Some of them are timeless.
It's Friday night, and I feel all right.
Who do you think his associated artists are, like on Spotify? You know.
Who's that? Montel?
Yeah.
Warren G.
Ooh, let's go.
You're going too hard.
Oh,
Not that
okay.
Warren G's hard, but you're going too hard.
No,
Boys
Nate,
to Men.
Nate Dogg.
No, not even.
Okay.
Think less rap, more
Boys
R&B.
to Men. No.
Jodeci.
Genuine.
Okay. Bobby Brown, maybe.
Soul for Real.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Don't remember them.
Do you guys like Bobby Brown?
Case. I don't know who Case is.
I feel like I would probably recognize
I
CNC
feel
Music
like I-
Company?
Oh,
They were
dude.
predated him,
Yeah.
I
Music
believe.
Factory? Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I should know Case.
Case sounds familiar.
Yeah, maybe he's since changed his name or something.
This is a good little segment for the show, though, for
Is
recaps,
it?
like who is associated with who on
Yeah.
Spotify.
So is that R&B or what?
Yeah, it's R&B.
Give me 3 R&B artists that you really like, Matthew.
I liked Boys to Men.
Yeah.
Yeah,
quite
they were
a
good.
bit.
Yep.
They're one of my favorites.
CD.
Didn't they just do the
Yeah, it might have been mine. No, my first CD I think was
I had Boys to Men on cassette. Jack, me and Jason Osborne, Daniel Sudduth, we probably jammed that, spending the
Yeah.
night at Ozzy's house.
Yeah.
That would be CNC.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
That dude was jacked. Remember that guy?
Yeah. That's pretty good. What do you call that, Matt or Jason?
What's
That's
that?
when you don't like hearing people chew.
I think the term is misophonia.
Misophonia.
It makes
That
you.
almost-
Mesothelioma.
That almost. Were you in the Navy?
I almost had to leave during the first several minutes of RC.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
not to be disrespectful, like just to go gather myself because it messes with me, man. It
Yeah,
flips
you
some
got
kind of
it pretty
switch.
bad.
Yeah.
My wife has it bad.
I'll go
too.
eat in the other room because I can't stand the sounds of people eating. Like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner is my hell.
What is Technotronic? Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, you do.
Something I do. Oh, okay.
Pump up the jam.
Pump up. The
What would
jam,
tag
pump
team
it
be
up.
considered?
Rex and Effects.
Reaction effects.
There it is. What is that?
Tag
Is that-
team.
Rex
Yeah.
That's not really
Effects.
rap, is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of 80s pop rap,
it was,
right?
I don't think that was 80s. It was early.
It was
90s.
early 90s. Yeah,
Tag team.
I had that CD too.
Yeah. No, I had that on cassette tape. That was straight Walkman for me.
Do y'all remember Rex and Effects?
Yeah, hell yeah. Rump Shaker or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Dude, we're bringing it back. Why are
Yeah.
we doing that? What's up?
I don't know.
I mean, just talking about investing in life insurance makes us think about
Think
our
about
younger
old
years.
Makes us get member berries? I don't know. I don't know. I remember.
Oh, man.
Could be that I'm hungry and it's cold.
Yeah.
I'm cold to the bone.
You
man.
said
I
you're
can
going to eat chili.
I'm going to have some chili.
What kind of chili? Did you make it?
Yeah, I made it.
You put some jalapenos
I
in
did.
this time? Because you
I
have a
did.
good taste in chili. but
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
trying to get
spicy
it
last.
hotter. I'm working
Yeah.
on like trying to get it hotter.
And you don't want to go too hot. You don't want to be crazy about it. But
I might get it real hot if I were to enter it in something.
Sure.
But just
'Cause that
eating
seems
it,
to win.
Yeah. But I got to go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We're talking porta potty, Jack.
trying to be considerate of your coworkers.
Yeah, it's rainy outside. It's cold outside. It's not
The
porta
kid-
potty weather.
No,
No.
well, I don't know.
Is it ever porta potty weather?
Yeah, I'd prefer to use a porta potty in rainy cold.
I don't know that.
As
You know that
opposed to hot sweltering.
that pipe
That's
that
a good
goes out
question.
the
You need
top. That
Write that down.
gets
Put it in the jar.
cool breeze blows down the pipe and right up your culo.
Better than the smell that emanates from a summer,
There, oh yeah,
from an
that's
August
true.
porta potty.
You guys ever been to
That's
music
bad.
festival porta potties?
Oh yeah,
It's
I've been
full
every-
to the brim.
About every type of porta potty you
couldn't,
can.
couldn't contain another drop of anything.
You
But
ever
it
been?
does.
You ever been to NASCAR
But
porta
it-
potty?
dude, and there's cell phones in there and car keys and stuff.
NASCAR porta potty is I've
It's
been
the
to a
same.
lot of porta potty.
It's the same.
NASCAR porta potty is up there.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you about NASCAR and racing. I didn't
Well,
go
let
to
me tell you about
I didn't-
NASCAR.
I didn't go to NASCAR, but it was a Formula One race, and
It's a little classier.
yeah, maybe I guess it was kind of a joke at the time. At that time in my life, I was getting up very early, so I would be like ready to sleep by the end of the night. You know.
Yeah.
We went to a Formula One race. That is possibly the loudest thing I've ever been to, and I fell asleep on the bench. And
yeah.
that, like, it was already kind of an inside joke, but my friends were like, "My God, really?"
Did people draw on you?
No, didn't draw on me.
Oh.
I
He
did.
didn't go with me.
They didn't go with Greg Harvey then.
No, he didn't. Yeah. Did get into a fight.
Take your
that day,
shoes
though.
off, buddy. If
We-
you're gonna pass out,
I
take
was-
them
I
shoes
think I
off.
had my shoes off
I
that
don't-
night.
I don't know that you
I
did.
think I did. Because I think I remember waking up going, God, I had my shoes off.
Oh well.
I was at NASCAR, or my old roommate and I, Eric Miller. You guys,
Yep.
you might know him. Jason's met him at some point. But anyway, Eric Miller and I went to a NASCAR on a Sunday. They got rained out, and we lived in Denton at the time, so we went back for the re-roll. Saturday and Sunday, sorry, got rained
Yeah.
out. So we went back on Monday and sat through 800 laps
Makeup laps.
of makeup laps. Yeah, from the Winston Cup or whatever
That's
that
a
was,
long
and
time,
the
dude.
Sprint Cup.
And the big race.
Back to back to back, and we drank about a 30-pack each
Oof.
throughout the day. Then Tuesday, all I could hear was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. But like whatever it is, 300, on the one,
Yeah.
500 laps, 800 laps, whatever it was,
Then-
is a lot
Yeah.
Can I
of
say,
racing.
I want to say something positive about Eric Miller.
Yeah,
I'm not going to set this up too
good.
much because I
I'm
don't.
not talking trash.
No, I like Eric. I don't want to set it up too much because I want to give it away. But Eric was a wild man. He was a wild man, and he was down to throw some punches occasionally, you know.
Mhm.
And Matthew and I were at a party once somewhere, and there were some other wild cards there. And I remember, like, I'm also down to do that in my older days, you
Yeah.
know, or my younger days, I should say. But I was nervous about this situation because I was like, man,
The odds
There's-
were stacked against
the
you.
odds were stacked against Matthew and I. And Eric somehow found out there was some situation, and he came down there with a shovel, prepared to use it.
Oh,
And he convinced everyone that he was prepared to use it, and it de-escalated the situation pretty quickly. And we went on to have a good time. You remember that?
Eric's a wild man.
Yeah. I was like,
He
man,
get
that
wound
was,
up, make decisions.
That was great timing, and I'm for that decision.
you got to bluff your way out of them sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
The funny thing was, I don't think he was bluffing.
No, he wasn't bluffing.
I was like, we're about to see blood on the walls, Jack. You know?
I have
So.
bullfrogged my way out of a couple.
Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Peacocked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're
Yeah.
about the same size. We got to have a good talker.
You
You
just
know,
get
a
out.
good talk game sometimes.
Get loud.
Yeah, I mean, not saying that I wouldn't fight if left no choice.
well, of course.
but
Sometimes
there have been a
it's-
few times when I thought, okay, this is probably not gonna be good.
Well, I've never
Whatever
been.
happens
I've
here is
never
not
been
gonna
one to
be in
pick.
my favor.
I've never been one to pick fights, so I have found myself in some precarious situations where I've
Yeah.
ended up in a situation where somebody wants to
You're
fight
like,
me. Maybe
This was no making
I'm
of
like,
mine.
whoa, man.
Yeah.
Somehow I can talk out myself out
Well,
of a paper bag.
I
don't know.
remember a situation with you, Matthew, when we were living over behind Walmart, and Ashley and I were hanging out, and she had a friend from school who had an unstable boyfriend, and so I texted Matthew and I was like, dude, there is a guy knocking on our door. He may have friends. I don't know the situation, so be careful when you show up. Matthew's like, well, I'm on my way home.
I don't remember this at all.
So Matthew texts me, says, I'm here, open the door, and Matthew walks in with a piano leg. I don't know
Oh,
where
wow.
he acquired it.
Really?
You don't remember
No,
that?
I'm.
Oh, Ashley and I talk about this occasionally.
Oh,
like, you
wow.
remember the day Matthew showed up with a piano leg? Like you were going to do
I
battle
probably
coming
just
up the
scrounged the apartment
Yeah.
like
dumpster.
dumpster area, and there's somebody dropped a piano.
I guess
there.
he was just ready to go to bed. He was like, there's no crazy man standing between me and my bed.
Have you ever had like a cool guy moment when you felt pretty cool, like you did the exact right thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you this, and maybe we can end on this. And I'm gonna say a curse word.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We'll prepare it.
Paint you a
You heard it.
picture. Little 5'8", 120-pound Jason. I'm in high school. My brother was in, I think, 7th or 8th grade playing football, right? So we go to Anna, my mom and I, to watch him play football. And we go to the concession stand at halftime, and behind us are two big dudes who I presume play Anna varsity football because they had A's shaved in the back of their heads. Very large individuals, much, much larger than myself. And I was wearing some Lakers shorts, baggy basketball shorts. They're bright yellow, and they're probably too big for me at the time, but that was kind
That's
of,
okay.
we all did that.
Yeah.
So Mom and I are standing there waiting to get a hot dog or whatever, and these dudes are behind me, and they're kind of chuckling, and I turn around, and this guy says, he says that guy's wearing a skirt.
Mm.
It was funny. Like, it kind of
Yeah,
struck me funny.
You're kind of like,
So I kind of laughed, and they laughed a lot. So I turned around. I was like, "That's funny." He was like, "Yeah, that is funny." I was like, "You know, what'd be funnier than that? When you got to go home and tell your dad you got your ass whooped by a guy in a skirt, and turned back around, and left it at that." And the other dude that was with this guy was like, "Oh, like you got
but
to."
he believed you.
Yeah, he did. I give him the face to go with it, and
Yeah.
just turned back around, and that was the end of that. He didn't
Then-
say a word.
I like it.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
I've always been kind of quick-witted. I've been lucky in that way.
Well, what else do you like?
Dallas.